Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to opening round. 4 races through opening round coming directly for you right now. And out of the blue corner as a WF1. In the red corner, we're about to see who gets in our way. And hopefully we can deliver a knockout blow. Who are we using? We're using Hamilton and George Russell. And the tracks that we've got coming up quickly for you are as follows. We've got Miami, Suzuka, France and Hungary. As always, let me know how you're getting on so far today. Are you in for P1 or your best result? Do let me know in the comments below as we kick off in Miami. Welcome to Miami. So here we go, real player, max account matchup as well. So first race, and it's already going to be a difficult start. But you never know. Can we put in a solid performance? We've got to fight it, because if we want a good chance this weekend, then we've got to do well. Hamilton P2, Russell P4, and it is in the wet. So I'm going to go Eclipse. We're taking the speed and the fuel. Going to go dead fast as well when I find it. There we go. So I'm going to do a 2-2-2-2, and I think I'm going to do a 2-3 on basically George Russell. So here we go. Let's go and fight this out in Miami. Can we get 47? I mean, it's going to have to be 47 because that's all we need. So good start required. And we are out into P1 and P3. So we've swapped the positions around. Oh, I lost the position now into P4. Eclipse and basically Eclipse and dead fast for us. Eclipse, well, Firework and dead fast for the rival. We're going to keep boosting as the rival cuts down. And we're going to cut down George Russell here because no point carrying on. Let these two fight it out. And we're going to just boost down the straight. We need to create the gap between the AI behind us. So we close that up, and the chances are I might have to go mediums in this race to try and do one less stint. And we're through with Hamilton. We're probably going to service him because, yeah, we'll see in a minute. Russell coming through nicely, and we'll probably come back for some mediums, let's say, or no, probably have to stick to softs. Hamilton's got a nice gap. We'll keep the servicing in. And now we'll boost George Russell. He saved some good fuel here. And we're going to have to go softs, I think, as we come in. Good stop needed. We've got the good slip. So we're out into P1. Remember, Russell has saved some fuel. Rival wishing well done, even though we're actually coming out in P number 5. So that's not worked great. We're going to boost down the straight because rival's pushing us hard. Will dead fast come past us? Not quite yet. George Russell needs to get past Lewis Hamilton though. Hamilton defending against us, and we're going to probably lose a position here. Wasn't really watching. And dead fast really giving us a headache here. We took the wide line, and that is us already down to P2. Eclipse hasn't worked that great, has it, so far? And the rival now cutting down. And we've tried to go back up the inside. Here comes George Russell. We're going to keep boosting. Needs to create that gap still. And that gap, still 4.84 seconds at the minute. So we'll keep on going. Dead fast, definitely an advantage over what I have. And in we come. So Hamilton comes in. We've got the second pit box. Can we not take service in and get ahead? We can. So back in to P1. And now we're going to try and bring these closer. Russell's got some decent fuel. Great race by the rivals. This is a fantastic race. We're going to just try and save some fuel where we can. We've got rain coming in 1 minute's time. I'm going to boost again. With Hamilton, dead fast probably going to get us here. Or will it? It won't. So we're going to continue the boost. And we're going to be coming out on wet tyres. Probably don't need to service on him. Hamilton will boost back up. We're going to be all out of fuel pretty much on Eclipse, because we're down to 3 already. What's the gap out front? 2.9 seconds. And Hamilton's got to service. That's not good. As Russell into P3. Now, it's not dry enough for wets yet, but we're going to go for it. We'll let him go because he's going to double stack. We're probably going to maybe miss a position here. And we do manage to come out P1. I think I'm just going to push as hard as I can here. And we're going to get P3 as well. And we've got okay-ish fuel. We're just going to push as hard as we can. Can Russell come back at P2? We're going to try and conserve. We're going to try and hold them up a little bit. Is P1 and P2 on the card still? Here's Russell closing all the time on dead fast. We'll watch the rival though. Rival starts to push, so we'll start to push. Can we defend from dead fast? Rival's giving it a go. We're going to take the outside line. We survive. Oh, what's that wide line all about? That was an awful line. And now Russell, oh my God, and Hamilton's absolutely nowhere here. This is carnage. Absolute carnage as Russell gets back into the lead. And now Russell is about to get done by firework. We are so low on fuel with both drivers. Can Russell take P1 though? We're going to ruin each other's race in the end. And it is. Russell over the line. What a race. P1. Can we get P3? We can't. And it is a split race in the end. 45 points. Disappointing. On to race number 2. And it's another absolutely awful matchup. Well, it's a close matchup. So it's great for you viewers at home. Not great for me when it comes to scoring great points. But we can't get P1 now because we've dropped points already. That's the sad state of affairs. But can we take some points off other players and win some races as well? So Russell going to go on to Eagle. And Hamilton on to Kawhi. So, here we go again. Race number 2. We're the only one on mediums, which is an interesting start. And we're going to boost off the line. Can Hamilton get past on the tuning? He can get past the tuning. Oh, and now he can't get past the tuning. Wow, that is what we call in the trade an eventful start. So Hamilton will continue through. Goes really wide, tries to let his opponent through pretty much as best as he could, and we're going to cut down. Rival using that fast pits time, and we're going to just try and hold this prancing horse of a Ferrari back from us. And at the minute, we've let him past because we like to just make it easy for the rival, obviously. Now this rival's pushed pretty quickly out front using that tuning. You can't usually overtake through here, so we're just going to save tyres. And then we're going to boost off the back here. Kawhi, very powerful. And we're going to just try and keep this downforce at bay. Obviously, he's got the tyres to do this. I haven't. And we're going to hope that this boost can get us over the line. You should get a lot closer here. But look at that. Look at the tyre management. We're already at 38%. And his rival already in the pits on that tuning as we come through in 2. P number 1. Now, what we want to do is just hold everyone up. Just hold them up the best we can. And again, keep holding them up. Can we hold that position? Rivals used a lot of that downforce. We can't hold that position, so we're going to cut down. Now, the question is, we've held them back pretty well in this race. We're going to try and get past on the service in here as we come into the pits. And now Russell's got a big chance of stealing some points. Hamilton jumps the rival. That's because we haven't took servicing. And we're going to just then start boosting. So we're in a pretty good chance here of causing an upset. We're still going strong with Eagle. And we've got a 3-second gap. Hamilton 7.8, so he's probably going to come out behind this tuning doing a 2-2 by the look of it. It looks like he's doing a 2-2 something as Russell comes in. Now he's coming out again. He's surely used a lot of fuel to get to that stage as Russell carries on now. P3's got a pit. He's not going to do 4 laps. And we're free to race to the end with Russell. We're going to come in for servicing on Hamilton, and we're behind the tuning, which is going to hold us up. So a bit of reverse play then, and hopefully team orders will help us out here. I don't think the rival has got tons of fuel to be wasting right now. Now this is where the rival will probably get back ahead, and that's an easy move. Tuning lets us through, and he's going to get blocked by his own teammate. And look at that, Russell, big chance in this race now. And Hamilton gets Norris as well. We should be good to the end on fuel. Rival's still got a pit. Or he might not pit actually. Think he's good on that 3-lap tyre. Can we get ahead though? I think he's used a lot of fuel. You can see him just boosting out the corners. We definitely upset the 47-point cart. And we're coming back with some anger. Here comes George Russell. Rival going into boost mode again. Surely he's not got too much fuel left now. As we look to an inside line, can't get it done. Now the rival starts to push. Still can't push too much though. And we've got Hamilton in backup here on that Kawhi. Can we get a move done up the inside here on the Eagle? Still can't. Rival still defending very well. This is a great race. And I think we're just going to run out of fuel on George Russell. We are. Just George Russell not got enough fuel on board. And neither has either driver now. Got to get down on Russell. What a great race. Well done, to be fair. That is another great race. First 2. And we do get P2, P3. Not great for either of us yet again. But we push that rival as close as we can. And it is just 45 again. Here we go, race number 3. Can we get some better luck in this early round? It's been a shocker so far. And where do we start? P1, P2. So, what should we use? What do we use? I think dead fast. Dead fast and gladiator. And on to the softs. See what we can do. Medium and soft for the rival. And we've got a black sales player here. That's interesting. So we boost away. Russell, bad start. Holding out. Still then held out. But couldn't get the job done off the start. Sits in P4. And we're going to just keep them boosting. Obviously, Gladiator hasn't got the overtake. I wanted that. So I wanted that to block. And that's a chance to block now. And we're going to keep Hamilton on the button as we go. We'll service anyway. Come on, can we get a decent result in this race? Looking good for Hamilton. He's well out front, pulled clear of the dead fast, but they'll come back at us later on. Russell, can't even say he's holding up Norris here, because, well, he's not really. Because he's on the mediums. But here comes Hamilton. Can he get ahead of the P2? That would be perfect. I think he is as well. Russell still, he's doing an okay job at holding up here. Sends the rival wide, and we carry on. So we're going to leave at medium. We've got Hamilton with this dead fast runner right behind us. What a free matchup this has been. This has been insane of a match. And we're going to bring him in. So, Rival's going to do 4 laps here. We're not going to service. We're going to push hard for 2. And Rival gets through on that dead fast. Makes a nice swing up the inside. Nearly out of tyres. And we'll continue on. And Russell does come into the pits too. So it'll be an interesting finish this, because I imagine this Rival is going to come at me very quick now, doing a 3-2-3. And Russell can also do that 3-2-3. So let's boost from here. Let's try and keep the gap out there. Can we at least get round back for some mediums and just push to the end? Rival's pushing hard. But I think we can get round here. And I think we can get the mediums on. Russell's in P5. Quite far back for Russell at the minute. That Gladiator's not really worked how I wanted it to. But he's now to P3. So it's all systems go. Hamilton, decent gap over P2. And come on, can we carry on? Hamilton slowly, very slowly in the pits now. Got caused by the back markers. And comes in. What about Russell? So the medium tyre runner has gone on to softs now. And Hamilton back out. So we're going to just keep boosting Hamilton here. Need a good stop by Russell. And he's going to be in clear air. So can we catch back up to P1, who looks like he's potentially pushing now? Not got a lot of tyres left on him, but the gap is 12 seconds. We're going to try and close it as Hamilton's catching him up. He's going to run out of tyres, just about run out of tyres now, but he's going to be pretty quick. And he does run out of tyres, but Russell's not going to catch up there. So we are going to be P1 and P3 still. Can we hold off this Rival? He's going to be so quick. I don't really know what he's done with the second driver. He's done a bit of a dodgy strategy there. But we are trying to repel the pushing Lewis Hamilton. Can we do it? I don't think we are. We've got 1.5 laps of fuel left on Hamilton. And Russell's still got plenty of fuel, but so is the Rival. We're not going to catch him, I don't think. 1.7. What a difficult start to opening round this has been. This has been the worst start, score-wise, but the most toughest start I have ever faced. 3 max rivals, 3 real players, as Hamilton comes home in P1 with George Russell only being able to cement P3. That Gladiator didn't work and hold up as we wanted, but it is across the line for P1 and P3 here in France. Race number 4 of opening round, the last of the opening round video. Oh boy, what a race. What races we have had so far. It's been pretty incredible. Some great racing for you at home, I must admit. For me, not so much. But every race has been a very decent player indeed. So, Hamilton and Russell start P1 and P2 for us here. And we're going to use Downforce and Herald is what we're going to use. And yet again, I have to try and find them. And you'll never guess what. We've got a real player. We've actually got another real player. This is incredible tonight. So they start P7, P9. And I'm going to boost Hamilton with the launch off the line. I'm not going to boost Russell off the boost start anyway. We're going to cut down pretty quickly and leave Hamilton to run. It's P7, P8 still for the Rival, using Dead Fast and Street Shark by the look of it. Interesting boosts around here. Cornering and grip track, so they're not the boost that you want as we cut Hamilton down. The gap at the minute, 2.9 seconds, so that will suit us very well indeed. We're going to keep an eye on the Rival. but we should not be being troubled from there. The only difference is if a safety car comes out and they get a free pit stop, that's the only difficulty. But we're already through 2 laps coming up. And what's the gap out front? 3.7 now. So you can see how downforce is way more effective actually than the Herald round here. Because Hamilton, even though we're both on conserve, he's absolutely pulling away. And it's up to, what, 3.7 now. So that gap slowed down a bit. And then again, look, increasing even more. So different parts of this track suit these boosts differently. But for now, definitely downforce, the stronger boost. That's why it's on driver 1. And we're going to boost now across to start lap 4. Softs it will be. That time management gives us the chance of running that soft for longer. And now George Russell will look to come back out on the mediums and push to the end. What we got behind us? Soft tyres. Will be pitting. So Hamilton absolutely flying now. The gap's 7 seconds. And George Russell we can start to boost as well. So in comes Hamilton. The guys will be happy for a quick routine pit stop here. And that is what we get. So can we come out? Well, we're well out ahead. Russell can end up closing that gap shortly. Rival's done a good stint though, up to P4. That's a very good, especially using the wrong boosts, I'd say, around here. We don't know, obviously, how many boosts he's got, or her's got. But if they are what they've got, then, I mean, they're doing okay. Hamilton P13, not so okay. But a lot of overtaking to do on there. So they're going to be back up to P4 and P5. So great effort by the rival. Hopefully they can keep that going. It'd be nice to see them come home in a P3, P4. As here goes the attempt for P3. And they get P3. So, looking brilliant from the rival so far. Let's hope he doesn't catch us up too quickly. We can cut down Hamilton though. Because he's got to do 4 laps comfortably. And P3 is catching, but not too much. P8 for the rival. And Russell's not too far away now. Just going past the god of Latifi. We can probably boost Hamilton. I think he's good to go from here. P3 still got a pretty decent gap now, 6.2. They should be no trouble for us. As Hamilton takes the speedy route round there. And we are in to the last lap. So rival's now P5. He's not going to catch P4. She won't be catching P4. But they've put a solid effort in from P7, P9 to come away with P3, P5. But for us, all that matters is we've actually got a more chilled out race. It was 4 real players that we've had. But we do manage to finally overcome 1 real player. P1 for Hamilton, P2 for George Russell. And the opponent comes over the line in P3 and what looks to be P5. So let's have a roundup of the opening round. First 4 races as I cry to myself and race the other 4 races, sadly, tonight. So real player, overcome. Decent matchup, which helped the victory there as well. And let's have a look. Here we are. So 183 points. We've dropped 5 points so far, which is not great at all by anyone's standards if you're a max account. 374 is top though, so we could see some different races and points tomorrow. Touch My Dilly, great effort, 370 at near the top. So that is a rough opening round complete from the video purpose. Hope you've enjoyed some absolutely close racing to the limit. Sadly, you watched me drop points, but who knows what the final round holds. Thank you as always for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Do let me know if you have below, and we'll see you in the next one.